Hi, everybody. This is Angel Arts, and welcome back to The Walking Dead, the final season. It's been a while. A lot has happened in the last several months since the release of The Walking Dead final season, episode 2. Because, as all of you probably know by now, Telltale unfortunately had to close its doors, had to shut down, and there was very little. There was a lot of um, um, non-confirmation. There was a lot of non-confirmation on whether or not The Walking Dead's final season would ever get finished, because they had only finished up to episode 2, which is only halfway, and there's supposed to be 2 episodes left. And because Telltale shut down very quickly, we weren't really sure if we were ever going to actually get the final chapters of Clementine. Fortunately, at least for us players, fortunately for the players and the fans of the game, Skybound decided, with the help of oh gosh, uh, I don't remember the creator. The creator of The Walking Dead. Why is my brain not working right now? The creator of The Walking Dead and Skybound were able to make a deal to complete the rest of the final season of The Walking Dead, and this is episode 3 now, which I'm really excited to play, just to see how well Skybound. I'm very curious to see how well they were able to seamlessly create this episode and probably make it look and feel as if it is legitimately a part of this particular season. Because when you have a whole new company and whole new programmers and developers picking it up, there's a wonder of, does it feel like it was picked up by a different team altogether, or is it invisible to us? So that would be something that am curious about. And apparently they also, I think, were able to get the server. Oh, play the game. They were able to get the servers set up so we can actually see our relationship and choices in the extras now, because when Telltale closed, their server shut down, so all of this stuff was unavailable. I'm going to take a look at that when we start the game proper. In the meantime, for those of you who are watching this live, please don't forget to say hi to me so that I know that you're there, so that I can say hi to you back. So I already said hi to Hannah. Welcome to the live stream, Hannah. Welcome to the live stream, Maddie the Spanish Bolt. Welcome to the live stream once again, Redem10. Maddie is making chili, and I'm really excited for that because I love chili. How are you tonight? By the way, episode 2 choices are up now. Yes, thank you, Gardner Wayne 82. Welcome to the live stream. Maddie, homemade pizza is the best. I do like homemade pizza. Hey Art, I'm still also finished cooking. It's chili. Welcome to the live stream, Clementine. Maddie, Spanish Vault, is making, homemade pizza. Clementine's making chili. Both very good. Welcome to the live stream, Mikey, and welcome to the live stream, Werewolf. It's been a while, for me anyway. It's been a while for me too, actually. Congratulations on the baby, by the way. Thank you very much. For those of you who have been following my daddy vlog, some of you might be wondering, the last that you heard, we were supposed to get the results from our surrogate's pregnancy test yesterday, and they called us and let us know that, yes, on our first try, we are pregnant. So, exciting news, exciting time. I was looking forward for this live stream to either be a pity party to help me, distract me from possible disappointment, or a celebration. And nothing says, let's celebrate good times with the depressing state that is the Walking Dead universe. Because why not? Sup, I'm late. How much did I miss? You didn't really miss much compared to Kiss. It's only 15 minutes into the live stream, so I don't usually start right away. I played through episode 3 last night. Oh boy, you're in for today, Hark. Oh boy. Sweet, I usually wake up earlier on the weekends with the neighborhood My parents being noisy, but woo for not oversleeping by that much. Robert Kirkman, thank you. I know. Why did I think Scott? Like, I'm thinking Scott Porter, of course. No, Robert Kirkman is the creator of the Walking Dead series. Thank you. I don't know much about Skybound, but I think the last time I looked it up quickly, I think they're the same group that made Slime Rancher, so, which is such a cute, weird game, but woo! It's The Walking Dead, except in POG. I just finished cooking brownies. I love brownies, and cookies, and cakes. Pie is my favorite, though, and tarts. I love tarts. Congrats. Thank you, Manny Spengelos. Congratulations. Amazing news. Well done. Well done. It took us 3.5 years to get us to this point. So we've done, Colin and I have done our part. We've done our 3.5 years of our part. And now for the next 9-ish months, it's our surrogates part, which is not a simple feat either. Not a simple feat by any stretch of the imagination. But more on that in a future vlog. I want some pizza now. I think I tried making it once in school forever ago, but we undercooked it slightly. Too bad we didn't get to learn much, to learn more, but I would have loved to be able to cook every year alongside Jim, since that would have been more practical. I'm a big fan of being able to get your cooking skills up. So happy for you both. I'm a single dad myself, and I have 4 kids. Wow! That's amazing, Maddie. That is so cool. How old is your youngest and how old is your oldest? That's so amazing, Hart. Congratulations. Thank you. I'm so happy I was able to. I was really sad because I released that video literally the night before we were going to get tested. And I was like, I'm hoping that my next video isn't bad news. I'm hoping. But yes, you can ask me more about that later if you'd like in the Q&A session. Whoa, Hark, I just heard the good news and popped at once. Congratulations. Oh, thank you. Wow, word travels fast. Thank you, the Vain Wizard. Made it. Hello. Hey, Winterberry. Welcome to the live stream. Hey, I'm going to be out to a party tonight for my mom's birthday. I'll have a drink for you, Colin and Kate. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much, Mikey. Considering Angel Arts read all the chat entry and all codecs, I think it must be record time of reading on Twitch. Yes. Good afternoon, Kiwi. Welcome to the live stream. Geez, my internet hates me. I'm sorry, Werewolf. Single dad with 4 kids. Wow, how do you manage? You have no choice, really. Am I right? You have no choice but to manage. There's no question about it. When you have 4 children that depend on you, you make it work somehow. Somehow. Welcome to the live stream, Amber A1D125. Welcome to the live stream. Nobody else knew. 2-year-old, a 12-year-old, a 15-year-old, and an 11-year-old. That's a pretty awesome family. Can't wait to see the cute family vlogs. Yeah, there's a lot I'm looking forward to. There's a lot. I struggle, but I wouldn't change a thing. Wouldn't change a thing. You know, speaking of which, thinking of singing, I have You Never See It Coming. I've got the Persona 5 soundtrack in my head. Every morning, it's in my head. Every night, it's in my head. While I'm at work, I'm listening to the boss fight soundtrack because that's my personal favorite. Do 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 do. Anyway, more Persona later. We'll talk more about Persona 5 after this live stream if you want to, because I know there are a lot of Persona 5 fans there, many of whom are in this live stream because they were the ones who kept asking me to do Persona. So, they're all special needs, but I love them. Oh, that's even better. Massive respect. Massive, massive respect. Okay, so before I begin the game proper, as I said before, Skybound, the programmers who picked up this game, it looks like they got a new server up and running so we can actually look at our relationships and choices. Okay, episode 2. You collected 3 of 3 items during the episode. Okay. Where are our choices? The state of the school. Omar was kidnapped. Rosie was loyal to you after you petted her in the courtyard. Willie was annoyed that you didn't choose his trap to defend against the raiders. And Asim was kidnapped. I did not want to seem to be kidnapped. Lily was gratified that you remembered her. Lily was pleased when you accepted her to help to stand. You and 55% of players left Lily feeling unconvinced. James felt helpful when you let him feed AJ the apple. James was attentive when you said you were originally from Georgia. You and 43% of players left James trusted. You and 67% of players left AJ feeling repentant. AJ was soothed after sleeping in your bed. He was resigned after you didn't give him dibs on killing Abel. You and 58% of players left 10 despondent. 10 was thoughtful when you said people need to make new rules. 10 felt hopeful after sharing his belief that the Walker age will end someday. You and 89% of players left Ruby grateful. Ruby was distressed when you said everyone shared responsibility for what happened to Marlon. Ruby was consoled when you expressed sympathy over finding a school nurse. You and 56% of players allowed Lewis to be kidnapped. Lewis was comforted when you said you were sorry you and AJ hurt him. Lewis felt discouraged when you chose to spend time with Violet instead of him. Lewis felt discarded when you let the Raiders take him. I didn't let them take him. Abel was captured, was aggravated when you warned Violet and Lewis to run in the forest. Abel was impressed when you taunted Lily with shooting you. Mitch is dead. Mitch was exasperated when you told him to watch his mouth at the funeral. Mitch was irritated when you decided to help Ruby bury the Walker. You left Violet feeling vengeful. Violet was relieved when you and AJ to return to school. Violet was exhilarated when you confessed your feelings for her. And you and 64% of players told AJ to keep his gun. You and 50% of players told Lewis and Violet to run from Lily and Abel. You and 93% of players spared the Walker, honoring James's request. You and 58% of players spent time stargazing with Violet, and you and 56% of players rescued Violet instead of Lewis. So slightly more people went for Violet over Lewis. You and 56% of players rescued Violet instead of Lewis. 44% of players rescued Lewis instead of Violet. You and 58% of players spent time stargazing with Violet. You and 93% of players spared the Walker, honoring James's request. 6% of players killed the Walker after James asked you not to. 1% of players let James throw the rock to distract the Walker. You and 50% of players told Lewis and Violet to run from Lily and Abel. 50% of players told Violet to shoot Lily and got Lewis shot. You and 64% of players told AJ to keep his gun. 34% of players gave AJ's gun to Lewis. 1% of players did not intervene when AJ insisted on keeping his gun. 1% of players said nothing when AJ insisted on giving Lewis his gun. Okay. Great. So that was our choices. And then we are going to start the game proper. I have quite a lot. I think my internet's acting up. Also, it's brownies. James is a bit too much into Walker. Hey, Ark, are you still making your homage ice cream? Homemade ice cream. Oh, yeah. I'm about to make ice cream flavor number 100. My 100th ice cream flavor. If you're curious what it's going to be, ask me after the live stream, after the game. It's weird I have to scroll back through the stats. Yeah. Brownie pizza style and brownies cupcake style. I like to mix it up. Okay. Speaking of pizza, I did find a recipe for pizza ice cream. Yes, that is a thing, and yes, I will make it and try it. Anyway, because I'm a foodie. Because, yeah. I've made salmon ice cream. Pizza ice cream is nothing after making salmon ice cream and pickle ice cream. But we're not talking about that. We are going right into The Walking Dead Season 3, Final Season, Episode 3, Broken Toys. Start Episode 3.
Previously on The Walking Dead. While searching for a place to call home, AJ and I found an old boarding school run by kids deep in the forest. Their leader was a guy named Marlon, and AJ pulled the trigger. I told AJ that what he'd done was murder, that he'd have to atone for it. The other kids agreed. They voted to kick us out. I thought we'd never return. Then, AJ and I were attacked by Abel, one of the raiders Marlin had given the twins to. He was with someone I thought I'd never see again. Lily. We were almost eaten by walkers when suddenly one of them spoke to me. His name was James, an ex-whisperer who didn't believe in killing walkers. He helped me treat AJ, but without real medicine, he wouldn't make it. The kids didn't turn away the sad sight of AJ and let us back inside. After I told them how we could defend the school against the raiders, they were willing to let us stay, at least until the fight. I decided to help Violet in the bell tower. We looked at the stars together, and I admitted I had feelings for her. She felt the same way. Then the raiders finally came. They busted open our gates, but the kids stayed hidden as planned. Until 10 ran out of cover, hoping for a chance to learn about his missing sisters. The bomb went off, and attempting to save 10, Mitch threw himself at Lily and got a knife to the throat.
Rest in peace, Mitch.
With only a second to decide, I fired and saved Violet. They got away with 3 of our friends, and we had no idea where they'd gone. But we knew someone who did.
Now the question is, how cruel are we going to be how torturous are we going to be to this guy? We're pretty hardened by this point, so we might be willing to cross some lines if it means that we're going to get a chance to save our friends. I'm really excited, everybody! Welcome to the live stream, Evan. You made it. Well, we didn't fall and we didn't lose our base. That's the good news. But now we have to figure out how to get our people back. Clem is hardened, but I don't know if I am to do whatever it took. I know, buddy. I'm sorry. I know.
At the start, I was so little, and Mitch looked after me. People said he was a dick sometimes, but he was always nice to me.
I know you guys.
Now he's gone.
You guys were ridiculously close. I know.
Stabbed in the eye by some asshole who never even knew his name.
I know.
Mitch was looking after all of us. He gave his life so we could go on fighting.
I know that. Doesn't make it any easier.
He'd want us to find our friends and bring them home safe.
And he'd want us to kill the people who took them.
Yeah, that is true.
Hey, AJ's waiting for you in the basement. We got Abel tied up tight. He's alive, but he's out cold.
Thanks.
We should bury Mitch. It's time.
Yeah.
I'll help you
Get
carry.
away from him! You're the reason he's dead!
He's not the
Really?
reason
Well,
he's
it's
dead.
True. We had a plan, and that idiot messed it up!
He wasn't the one
Come
who
on,
stabbed
Lily.
him.
None of this is Ten's fault.
None of this is Ten's
You know
fault.
who's really to blame.
I can't believe you're defending him! This is bullshit!
10! I'll take care of this.
You're not.
Talk to Abel, find out where Lily took Lewis, Omar, and Asim.
Obviously, I obviously understand. He's grieving. He needs to. Part of the way that he is able to deal with the death of a loved one is by finding somebody to put the blame on. Somebody that he can physically push or physically yell at, because that's how it makes himself feel better. Is that the best way to get yourself to get over your grief? No, absolutely not the optimal way. Because 10 was not, it wasn't Ten's fault that Mitch died. It was the person who stabbed him. The people who attacked us. They're the ones that are at fault. Like, 10 was a victim just as much as Mitch was. And the fact that, 10 was the one who ended up surviving and Mitch wasn't is not 10's fault. You can't give him survival guilt, which is probably what 10 feels right now, is survivor's guilt, especially after Brody. Is that the other kid's name? It's been a while. Was it Brody who yelled at him? So clearly, I understand his grief, and I understand that he's saying a lot of things and behaving in ways that he probably, on hindsight, doesn't actually believe. But that doesn't mean I'm condoning his behavior. Then again, he's also a kid. But then again, he's a kid in the Walking Dead universe, which means he had to have grown up fast. So I can't really treat him as a child. The term, oh, he's just a kid, he's just a child, doesn't really apply in this universe. It's like you pretty much have to grow up and be mature fast, or you're not going to survive very long in this universe. So I can't really give him the get out of jail for free card because he's a kid, because he has to grow up and mature really, really fast. Obviously, I'm sorry that he lost Mitch, but he's got to figure out a way to focus his anger and his grief and his rage in a way that doesn't continue to shoot ourselves in the foot, because now is not the time for us to fight amongst each other, because that's not going to help the people who are still alive, and it's not going to help Lewis and everybody else who got kidnapped, and it's certainly not going to help Mitch. So try to be part of the solution, not part of the problem, if it's possible. Again, easy for me to say, I'm not in that situation. I'm not the one who lost a really close friend. But trying to just analyze the situation, obviously, as a unbiased bystander. There was actually a live stream on Twitch where Melissa Hutchinson and Lily's voice actress played the third episode. Ooh, that's cool. Oh, that's so cool. Poor Mitch. Clem is hard enough for anything, but it's hard. To be fair, Abel already survived a ton of stuff leading up to this point. I wonder how different the level of telltale upset Violet would be with you after romancing her and saving Lewis instead, and vice versa. That's a very good question. I don't know. If anyone knows the answer to that question, I'm very curious about that. All of it is in Clem's hands. I assume there's no worries about turning at this point, but I half expect a jump scare grab with this. Now, I'm pretty sure they would have stabbed him in the head just to make sure that he was not coming back as a walker. Well, anger is part of the 7. I don't remember the exact number. Parts of grieving. It is parts of the grieving. Just be careful where you aim your anger. I'm not saying it's easy. It's very hard to not aim your anger at the right place, but you should. As hard as it is, you should. Denial, anger, sadness, bargaining, and acceptance. And Willie is definitely going through the anger part. True. Can't save everyone, though I wish there was a way to save Brody and Marlon. Well, Clem, I'd say, got lucky thanks to Lee and the others in the first season. Denial would be tricky at this point. That's why it's the first stage. I think he blames him for coming out of cover and complicating the plan, but even then, he wasn't the one that stabbed Mitch. Yeah, he is not at fault. He was forced in a situation where he could have done completely different things and Mitch still would have gotten stabbed. And we could have easily been like, oh, because you did this, he got stabbed. Because you didn't do this, he got stabbed. It's totally unrealistic, unfair. So, but I'm sure virtually all of you in the chats probably agree that that's the case. The Walking Dead. Truer words were never spoken since. Redem 10, Walking Dead. You can never save more than one person at a time.
And Clem, don't be afraid to, hurt him a little. Maybe you'll get more out of him than we did.
Maybe. Oh, Alright. We can do this. I think Clem's gonna be willing to go pretty darn far. Because this guy didn't learn his lesson the first time. So I gave him a way out before. I don't know if I want to give him a way out this time. Interrogate Abel. We'll have to see how brutal we're gonna get. Fool me once, shame on me. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me
Should
twice.
be strong enough to hold him.
Shame on me. How brutal can I be? Is this one of those Etch-a-Sketch things? Okay. Am I gonna hit Sketch Toy? Am I gonna hit him over the head with it? Pet Rosie. You have Rosie. She's my dog now. Rosie is my dog now. Cool. Wow.
Got your gun back, huh?
Uh-huh.
Oh, but he's watching me. This is gonna affect what I do. If AJ's watching me, great. I don't think you should stay for this.
Ready?
We'll see. AJ's the one who's like angry at him. Let AJ wake him.
Wake him up.
Wake up, shitbird!
I want him to get involved in this as much as possible.
Bitch. Well, it ain't no way to wake an old man up from
Did
his
you rather
afternoon nap.
Did you rather I slapped you?
I was having a nice dream too, about a girl I used to know from before. She also had me tied up, but I wasn't her prisoner, if you get my meaning.
You are not helping your case, sir.
Got any water?
Drink.
Ooh, AJ actually offered it. I'm not gonna
Good
stop
manners,
him.
Squirt. Don't mind if I do.
No, I'm not gonna stop AJ. He decided on his own to drink. I'm not gonna discourage that.
You've had your water. Now it's time to talk.
It's the first time interrogating someone, isn't it? You let me dictate the agenda. Makes me think you're weak.
Don't make this harder than it needs to be, okay? I just want to know where Lily took my people.
It doesn't matter. As soon as she gets there, she's gonna turn around and come right back for me.
Well, matters to me.
You better give me the 5-star treatment. If I'm smiling when she gets here, you might be able to trade me for a little mercy. We underestimated you little shits, but Lily won't make the same mistake twice.
Rosie, you can do whatever you
You aren't
need.
gonna do that. You don't have it in you.
Rosie can decide. I'll let Rosie decide how brutal she wants to be.
Just tell us where they took our friends so we can get them back.
Yeah. We're all involved here.
Lily will never give him up.
That's not my question.
Only reason we came here was for more manpower. Losing Jonathan and me for 3 sprouts that can barely hold a gun. Even a dummy like me can do the math on that one.
And you took Lewis.
We're gonna get him back.
You don't know what it's like out there. It's a bloodbath. One community against another. From Richmond to the coast. Back at the Delta, we're at war. With some really sick fucks who make me look like the Virgin Mary.
You're still not answering my question, sir.
We need people to fight it. Soldiers who do what we say. Point the guns the way we tell them to. You little turds are supposed to be easy pickings.
That's called kidnapping.
Give it whatever name you want. I call it survival.
What kind of place is this Delta if they use forced labor to defend it?
You think we like doing raids like this? Our home is under threat. It's a good home. Built to last. Now do a lot to protect it. Maybe you can understand that.
And I do a lot to get my friends back, so stop wasting my time.
Okay. Front pocket. The answer to all your
This
questions.
sounds like it's a trick. This sounds like a trick. Fortunately, I don't have to choose whether to do it or not.
Whatsoever parteth the hoof and is cloven-footed, and cheweth the cud among the beasts, that shall ye eat. What the fuck? Is this code?
No, it's fucking Leviticus. I was hoping it'd be some timely moralistic shit about turning the other cheek. Well, come on.
You have a
Thing ain't
hand-rolled
gonna light
cigarette?
itself. Wanna know where your friends are? Smoke will clear my mind. Help me remember stuff. Like where Lily went. Come on, kid. Don't make me wait all day.
What should I do, guys? We have the Forrester syndrome. Clementine's got the Forrester syndrome. What do you guys think I should do? Snuff it out, let him smoke, or burn him? Yeah, I'm just gonna make you wait. Clementine might decide what to do for me. But stuff it out. That's a great time. I don't trust him. Sounds like, did you go for Violet or Lewis's path? Good girl. When you handle the effects, what AJ means. Oh, okay, been a while. Oh yeah, I love those little drawings. I don't know how to spell it. I'm guessing. Oh, because of Clem's rules. Abel's a bit gross. Yeah, Abel's tough though. If you gave AJ dibs, then let's him wake Abel up. He would give him a kick in the leg. Cold-blooded. Lily probably doesn't care about Abel at this point. That's a great time. I don't trust him. Sounds like Carver's camp in the forced labor and kidnapping sense. I'm surprised he knew it was Leviticus. Maybe religious before the world became hell? Maybe. Stub it out. He's literally smoking a random piece of paper. Or is there actual tobacco or some plant inside? Burn him. I'd say let him have it. Let him smoke. He's a dead man anyway. Burn him. Stuff it out. Bible quotes are burn him. Well, AJ is watching, of course, but it's up to you at the end. Stuff it out. Burning seems too cruel. Giving him smoke seems too nice. Stub it out seems even. That's a good point. That's a good point. It's hard though, because it's like, yeah, it can't be too nice. But if I stub it out, he's probably like not gonna say anything. And if I burn him, ugh. A lot of people say I should burn him with it. I'll stub it out. I'll stub it out. AJ noticed that.
Bitch!
Did you rather I burned it? I burned you? Would you rather I burned you in the face? Is he gonna die?
Shit.
That's a lot of blood.
Yeah.
This is not good.
You're not.
He's gonna die, isn't he?
Yep. Probably. I thought you wanted this.
Isn't that what you wanted?
I did, but
You're gonna get your wish. When you pushed me off that balcony, something must have burst inside of me.
Internal bleeding.
Shit. I never wanted things to end like this. Everything. It all got out of hand. Now look at me. I'm a fucking mess.
will he turn?
No.
He will. Yeah. Well, I mean, we have to stab him in the head for him to not turn.
My whole life, everything I ever got, I got with my own two hands and my will. For my body to turn on me, to take control. I'll tell you where to find Lily. Just promise. You won't let me turn.
That's an easy deal. That's a very easy deal.
I'm begging you.
But as long as you tell me, you gotta give your...
If you're honest with me, I'll put you out of your misery. You have my word.
Okay, we have a boat. We're docked a few miles west of here, at an old fishing pier. Your friends are on the boat.
Got it.
You got what you wanted. Please, don't let me become one of those things.
Do you want to do it, AJ, or should I?
Please, I don't want to turn.
Everyone has their own story. Everyone has a story, just like Clementine, just like AJ. He was gonna... I did a promise, so promise is a promise. Oh.
Not that. I wanna... let me keep my face.
You're not really in a position to bargain here, but I want you to see this. You don't have to watch.
You don't need to watch this.
It's up to you. You can decide.
I want to.
Okay. I'm not gonna stop you then. I just wanted to give you that option. It's done, kiddo.
At
AJ
least you can't hurt anyone anymore.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know. That actually wasn't bad. It could have gone worse. And I actually, like... It's unfortunate, but all in all, I thought it went really...
Come on. We have a boat to find.
as well as it could be. We were able to get the information we needed, and we didn't have to be total... We didn't have to completely drop our morals to do it. It's probably affected AJ, but he's got to be exposed to those things because he has to grow up fast. I know the game is like showing that things are going in AJ's head. It's like, ooh, but like the choices were I either force him to watch it or I ask him to watch it. Either way, he's gonna watch it. So the game is trying to imply that by him watching it, it's like messing with his head. But there was no way to avoid that. There was no way you were going to be able to avoid that. So I feel like the game is just taunting us. Ooh, look what you did. But it's like, it doesn't matter what I chose. He's going to be watching this, and he'll probably have the exact same expression on his face. Internal bleeding looks like or ruptured liver. We don't want AJ to get all ruthless and stuff. We have to set a good non-burning people example. I mean, how internal is it that he literally throws up some of it? Don't they get infected anyway because it's in the air? We can't really help him with the bleeding at this rate. We're not doctors. Yep, that was explained in Season 1. Everyone gets infected. You gotta destroy the brain to not turn. I meant more like a quick contagious thing where they get sick from it rather than just instantly turn. Lily has a boat? Kenny's rolling in his grave. Ugh. No, it's spontaneous. I hope Clem set a good example there. She wasn't overtly ruthless and showed him mercy. Great throwback to Season 2 there. Everyone is infected with the zombie virus. Unless you die via brain destruction, you will turn. AJ, please clean up my shirt. Did Hark's Clementine watch Carver be killed or not? I don't think she did. Yeah, she did not. But she decided for herself that she didn't want to see it. I gave AJ the option, and I was going to support whatever option he chose. That's the next question. A bit of Season 2 Clem there. I love this intro song. Put it straight into my veins, please. So that's why they shot in the head if still alive and close to death. Yep. Even if Abel is a bad guy, that was sad to see him like that at the end. Any song written by Townes Van Zandt fits this game perfectly. Welcome to the live stream, I fall into fantasy. You made it. How old is AJ, though? I guess sometimes adults should make these decisions for them. I don't know if he's wise enough to decide to see that. I think he's the same age as Clem was in Season 2. Even in the apocalypse setting, children are dumb. AJ is 6. That is pretty young. I know you're still angry, but, you know, We gotta focus on helping our other friends. Otherwise, they're gonna die too. If you're not.
Once we find the boat, we'll look for a way to sneak on board.
Yeah, if Tin
like-
doesn't fuck it up this time.
I feel like he's next to die, unfortunately.
Wasn't Tin's fault.
Yes, it was! Mitch died because he...
Say one more thing about Tin.
I would have made him stay back. I would have been like, he is not in a state where he can be helpful to a team. I would have not, if it were up to me, I would have left him behind. Because he is just going to be more of a hindrance than a help to the mission. I don't know why he's coming with us, but realistically, my Clementine would have been like, no, you stay behind, do what you got to do to mourn Mitch, because that's what you got to do. I would not have let him come on this mission, because he can easily, and it's not completely his fault, you know, but he could easily hurt more than help. Like right now. Just like right now. I'd probably give a merciful death to the other. Seems nasty to me. I'd rather go quickly over being like Abel, where it takes hours to bleed out and it's slow and painful. I'd rather go quickly over being like Abel, where it takes hours to bleed out and it's slow and painful. Yeah, I don't want AJ to be all, you know, ruthless and stuff. He's coming because of lack of options. She has a small army. Yeah, but even then, I'd rather have one less person versus one extra person who could be a hindrance that more than a help. Like anytime I would choose one less person over that. So yeah, strategically that's almost always the better move. Well, taking him along might help him take his mind off things, or at least separate him and Ten for a while. Not if it could cost the lives of the kidnapped people. Not worth it if it's going to compromise the mission to save the people. No, not worth it. Man, I have to go out and buy some stuff. Is it possible to rewind or rewatch the stream, or it needs to finish streaming first? I don't know, Claudio. That's a good question. Does anybody in the stream know? Because I don't watch a lot of Twitch streams myself. I just record them. I'm blindly watching this LP. Well, great, I'm blindly playing this game. Ruby stayed home. She could have come instead. That's true. Yeah, separating him from 10 is probably a good idea. Yeah, Hark will upload all of his YouTube later in 30-ish minutes chunks. Hark, do you wish Brody and Marlon was still alive? I mean, yeah. I mean, I don't like it when people die. I don't like it when anyone dies. Even Marlon. Like, I feel like Marlon at the end had some chance of redemption. We would have, like, kept him locked up so that he wasn't a danger to himself or others. But, yeah. You can watch the video on demand. It's up usually a month or so on the channel. Twitch catalogs streams usually, though it's not the most reliable. All right, cool. Yeah, all of these videos I will upload onto my channel, as Mikey said, in 30-minute chunks.
I dare you.
Guys, look.
Thank you, Claudio. I really like Marlon, too. I thought that his heart originally was in the right place, and he was trying to do the right thing. I just feel like he was a little misguided and was put in a very, like,
You see anything?
difficult
The beach,
position.
a boat, and a wood street in the water.
That's called a pier.
Pier.
Okay, let's spread out and focus on those areas. Keep your heads low.
Spy on the raiders. See, now I have to keep an eye on. Talk to Violet. Maybe I should talk to... Yeah, I should talk to Willie.
Anything useful?
Looks like building material. Furniture. Probably stuff from the train station.
Are those torches?
Maybe. Why?
We could use the fire. sheet metal, wood, and quite a bit of it.
We should have that stuff.
We could. I mean, that would be stealing from them. The main thing I want to do is rescue our people, not necessarily steal stuff from them, but...
They're loading those rafts with supplies.
I could cut those loose and just ride them downriver, easy.
Where's AJ? I have no idea where AJ went. Oh, there he is. Talk to AJ.
Find anything over here?
They have horses.
Let me see.
More torches.
More torches. Setting the hay on fire would get their attention. Scare the horses, too.
We could get on the boat easier that way.
If we cut those horses free, we could slow down anyone trying to chase us.
Just don't look at the flowers, Clementine. Stay away from the flowers.
You ever seen this boat before?
No, Marlin kept us confined to the safe zone. Pier leading up to the boat? It's our only way in and out.
Well, let's see what else is down there. There are a few on deck, a couple others on the pier. Could be more inside.
Looks like they're well armed too.
Wait, I see Lewis.
Oh, Lewis.
Abel wasn't lying. This is it.
He was right. He gave us the right tips. Good on Abel, at least.
I can see an entrance.
I saw that too. It looks like there's a door at the other end.
There's a small opening at the top of those closed doorways. AJ and I know how to deal with those. I don't see any obvious place to keep prisoners.
They're probably below deck. We should have asked Abel.
When he said on a boat, I didn't think it'd be this big.
I'm on a boat.
The pier has plenty of cover on it. If we're careful, we can sneak in undetected. There's no good cover leading up to the boat. We're gonna need one hell of a distraction.
Like the horses. And they're armed, of course. They got a sniper. Oh.
Maybe if we could get walkers on the beach somehow.
Maybe not as hard as you'd think.
We could use walkers as a diversion. All-seeing.
We should get out of here before they spot us. We can talk through the plan once we're somewhere safe.
So we have some options. We can distract them with walkers or with the horses.
What's the plan?
Well, they've got guards posted on the pier and the boat. There's no way we can take them all at once. Our only hope is to distract them while we sneak on board.
We should burn their stuff.
That'd work. We could burn the supplies or the hay they keep for the horses.
Whatever we don't burn, we should take. Ruby'd love to have the
Let's
horses.
burn the hay because we might
But I'd
need
rather
the
steal those supplies. I could build traps. Weapons.
burn the hay.
Yeah, we'll steal their supplies and burn the hay as our distraction. If you're going to steal from the rafts, you have to do it carefully.
Wouldn't do it any other way.
The fire will lure the raiders away from the boat, and we can sneak across the pier.
If anyone sees us, they'll shoot.
You remember that guy I told you about? James? He sent in walkers to save us from Lily and Abel. Maybe we could convince him to do it again.
Oh, we get to go hang out with James.
If we lead a big enough group of them onto the beach, we can blend in without being seen.
They'd never see it coming. Sorry.
Perfect.
Had to do it. Mikey, that was for
What
you.
about after we get everyone home? I mean, the raiders will just come attack us again. What then?
Hide, quick!
Ooh. Gotta control.
A raider. Has to be. You all stay here. I'll see if they know anything that could help us. Drop it. Where do you keep the people you steal?